Let me be completely honest with you right now. Most people will watch this video, nod their heads, feel genuinely motivated, and then do absolutely nothing. They will go back to the same routine, the same paycheck cycle, the same quiet frustration that nobody talks about at the dinner table. And that is exactly why I'm making this video today. Because somewhere deep down you already know that what you are doing with your money right now is not working the way it should. So let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you looked at your bank account and actually felt proud of what you saw? Not relieved that a bill cleared, not grateful that you made it to the next paycheck. Actually proud. For most people, that moment is hard to remember, and it is not because they are irresponsible. It is not because they do not work hard enough. It is because nobody ever taught them how money actually flows, how it moves, how it grows, and how an automated system can do the heavy lifting, while you focus on everything else that matters in your life. Here is something that took financial experts years to fully understand. The wealthiest people on the planet do not manage their money manually. They do not sit down every Sunday evening with a calculator and a spreadsheet trying to figure out where everything went. They built systems. Automated, intentional, structured systems that work around the clock whether they are awake, asleep, on vacation, or stuck in traffic. And the gap between someone who struggles financially and someone who thrives is not intelligence. It is not even income. It is the system behind the money. Now here is a truth that stings a little. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, or if you feel like your money disappears before you can even figure out where it went, or if you have had that sinking feeling on the 27th of the month wondering how you are going to make it to the 1st, you are not alone. Millions of people feel this exact way. Smart people, hard-working people, people who genuinely deserve better than what they are experiencing. The problem is never the person. The problem is always the missing system. Think about what that actually looks like in real life. You wake up, you go to work, you come home exhausted, and somewhere between bills, groceries, unexpected car repairs, and just trying to enjoy your life a little bit, the paycheck vanishes. And then the cycle resets, week after week, month after month. And the terrifying part is not the present moment. The terrifying part is that if nothing changes, this time next year looks exactly the same, or worse. Before we go any further, there is a program linked in the video description below that a lot of people have been using to completely restructure how they handle money on a system level. Thousands of people have already gone through it and described it as the single most practical financial shift they ever made. I am going to tell you more about it at the end of this video, but I need you to understand something first. Most people who see that program are not going to use it. They will tell themselves they will come back to it later. Later never comes. The ones who actually change their financial situation are the ones who act when the information is fresh, when the discomfort is real, and when they are sitting in the exact feeling you might be sitting in right now. Keep that in mind. Now let us go deeper into what is actually happening when your money slips away. And this part is going to feel extremely personal because it is meant to. Every single month there is a version of you that has great intentions. You think about saving more, you think about spending less on things that do not matter. You maybe even open a budgeting app or jot down a few numbers on your phone notes. And then life happens. A birthday dinner comes up. The electric bill is higher than expected. The kids need something. The car makes a noise. And suddenly every good intention you had is buried under the avalanche of real life. This is not a discipline problem. This is a design problem. Your financial life was never designed to run on willpower. No sustainable system in the world runs on willpower. It runs on structure. Here is where the numbers get uncomfortable. Studies in behavioral finance consistently show that people who rely on manual decision-making for their savings and spending fail to save meaningfully over 70% of the time. Not because they want to fail, because the human brain is wired for the present moment. We feel the coffee in our hand right now. We do not feel the retirement account balance 15 years from now. Automation removes that emotional friction entirely. When the system moves money before you ever see it, you cannot spend what is not there. You build wealth without fighting yourself every single day. Now imagine a completely different version of your financial life, and I want you to really visualize this. Imagine waking up and knowing that a percentage of every dollar you earn is already working for you before you even get out of bed. Imagine watching your savings grow not because you remembered to transfer money, but because the system transferred it automatically. Imagine the stress of bill season disappearing because the payments are handled before you ever had to think about them. Imagine looking at your account 6 months from now, a year from now, and actually feeling that pride we talked about at the beginning. That is not a fantasy. That is automation applied correctly. People who implement a proper automated money system report something fascinating. They do not just feel better financially, they feel better mentally. The background noise of financial anxiety, that low-level hum of stress that follows you through meetings, through dinners, through moments when you should be fully present, that noise goes quiet. And when that noise goes quiet, everything in your life gets better. Your relationships improve, your focus at work improves, your sleep improves. Money stress is the invisible weight that touches every single area of your life, and most people never connect the dots between their financial chaos and the burnout they feel every single day. Let us talk about the actual mechanics of an automated money system, because this is where it gets genuinely exciting. The foundation is simple. Every dollar that enters your life needs a destination before it arrives, not after, before. This is the psychological and practical magic of automation. When money has no predefined destination, it finds its way to convenience. Takeout, subscriptions you forgot about, impulse purchases at 11 p.m. When money has a destination, the moment it lands, it builds your future automatically. The structure works in layers. The first layer is your foundation expenses. These are the things that keep your life running: housing, utilities, transportation, food. These get automated first, so they are never missed and never late. This alone eliminates one of the most damaging financial habits people have, which is paying bills inconsistently and accumulating late fees and credit damage without even realizing the long-term cost. The second layer is your future self. This is where automation becomes truly powerful. A percentage of every paycheck, even if it starts small, moves automatically to a savings vehicle or investment account before you make a single spending decision. Research consistently shows that people who automate savings accumulate substantially more wealth over time than people who try to save what is left over. What is left over is always nothing, always, because spending expands to fill whatever is available. Automation eliminates that expansion. The third layer is your present enjoyment. This is the money you actually get to spend freely, guilt-free, because everything else is already handled. This is where most people get financial systems completely backwards. They spend first and try to save what is left. The automated approach flips it entirely. You save first, you handle obligations first, and then what remains is truly yours to enjoy without anxiety. Think about the time dimension of this for a moment, because this is where it gets emotional again. If someone starts an automated savings habit at a modest level and maintains it consistently over 10 to 15 years, the compounded result is almost unrecognizable compared to someone who did the same income but no automation. The difference is not talent. The difference is not luck. It is literally just whether a system was in place or not. The cost of not having a system is not just measured in dollars. It is measured in years of stress, in options you never got to choose, in the version of your future that never happened. There is a pattern that shows up among people who successfully transform their finances, and it is almost universal. They all say the same thing. They wish they had started sooner. Not because starting later means failure, but because every month without a system is a month of potential that cannot be recovered. Compound growth does not wait. Time in the market, time in a savings vehicle, time with an automated structure in place. It is the one resource in personal finance that is genuinely irreplaceable. Now I want to speak to someone specific for a moment. If you have tried to get your finances together before, if you have made budgets that fell apart, if you have downloaded apps you never opened again, if you have read books about money and felt motivated and then went right back to old patterns, none of that means you are bad with money. It means the approach was wrong. Willpower-based financial systems fail almost everyone. Automation-based systems succeed almost everyone. The variable is the system, not the person. The program linked in the description below is built entirely around this philosophy. It walks you through setting up a real, working automated money system in your life, practically, specifically, and in a way that does not require a finance degree or a massive income to start. People who have gone through it describe their financial life before and after as feeling like two completely different worlds. The anxiety, the paycheck paralysis, the end-of-month panic, gone. Replaced by clarity, momentum, and the quiet confidence of knowing your money is working even when you are not thinking about it. Here is what I want you to hear right now. You can close this video and go back to what you were doing. Most people will. And this time next month they will be in the exact same place, watching the exact same dollars disappear, feeling the exact same helpless frustration. Or you can go to the description right now, look at that program, and make a decision that your future self is desperately asking you to make today. Not because someone told you to, because somewhere while watching this video you recognized yourself in the story. And recognition without action is the most expensive thing a person can ever experience. The system exists. The path is clear. The only question is whether you are ready to stop leaving your financial future to chance.